Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here with Ian, still post-Stormblood. But I hope we can get to Shadowbringers soon. While you were out searching for Chifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fulminis. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yuguri, Lura, can I count on you? Of course you can. Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You're acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You're to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish, pray, stay close to Lura and Yugiri. Well, guard duty and not a breath of protest, but now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminis then, let us find out what the Empire's game is. Castrum Fluminis kinda rings a bell. I'm not sure if there's a dungeon. I don't know, there are too many Castrums. But yeah, let's go to Castrum Fluminis. Ready, we're here. The area is secure, whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Oh.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
He seems familiar, and I don't like that.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, ambassador plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan and Yotsuyu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true, the former acting viceroy is my sister, yet bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Okay, I guess we're gonna go. Alrighty, we are here. Lord Ian and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Damn. It's like being the third wheel, you know, when you're hanging out with friends. They go ahead and you're like, okay, I come after. All are free to travel in and out of their enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes, I do. Let's go. Alrighty, here we are. There you are, Laura. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have Neve right now, courtesy of the Onishi Shu. Be sure to and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on the matter at hand, the ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Elfino and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I mean, yeah, but how do I speak for Eorzea? Isn't that literally the whole thing with me, that I'm like, you know, not really bound to any actual place? I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kiankan. The guardsman will see you in. Not gonna lie, where am I from? I mean, I must have come from somewhere, right? Like, where did I come from? I don't know that. Maybe I should know that. Kuro! Hello. Nortian is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, of course. Let's go.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
He sounds very much like those Says people, you know? Like... I don't know. It doesn't sound genuine at all.
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Kojin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Kojin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Doma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Well, well. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation? Oh god. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Commandora, let's see if Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Asahi company. We are safe enough for now. Alright, let's talk to Asahi. I really love this room. Looks so nice. Oh yeah, by the way, I think when you sell stuff here, like, you know, with the donations and stuff, you actually get more money for it most of the time. So, yeah, that's a good way to earn some money. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Flora. Though no weapons are drawn, and negotiation is no less a battle, the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. I don't know, but you probably have an idea. He's forgotten home. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Laura, a moment if you would. Ah, Yuguri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Laura. Business, no. Pleasure, my lady. Excuse me. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now if I may continue as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yuguri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? It would be my pleasure. I'm quite sure he will be safe with you, Yuguri. No, it's fine. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then, the four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yanxia. Might we start at the town of Monson? I will see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. And let's go for a tour. Righty, here we are. Nay, can this truly be Monson, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was only to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course, if you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Okay, let's go. Here we are in front of Doma Castle. It is a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful in the light of the setting sun and would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes, if you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Okay, let's go for a boat tour. Well, I don't know why there is an instance, but okay. Ready to cast off, I guess? Yeah? What the hell?
Get back! I'm warning you!
Doesn't sound good.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, I can so taste that this is staged or something.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yukiri, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Yo, is it just me or is this so staged? Like, I don't know. Like, wants to sell that he's a good guy, you know? I don't know. Seems fishy to me. No? Oh, well.
Away with you!
Yo, why are they so tanky?
It is nothing.
Oh, whoops.
Leave this to me.
No quarter!
Oh, rip. I should look after the kids, huh?
An opening.
I have you!
The art of my forebears.
Oh man, why?
Taste my steel!
Yo, they're really tanky, what the heck? Or am I so weak? No, this Yay, we did it.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Am I just a very mistrusting person? Nah, he does seem shady, right?
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
A staged attack.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal.
And to be honest, like, it's either that they think, you know, that the Empire can kind of change, or they just want to literally eradicate the whole Empire. So, you know, what is it? I mean, that's the thing, like, I mean, it wasn't their main thing that they wanted Xenos gone. I mean, he's gone, right? So...
You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
That's exactly it. Not about the true reform can only come from within. The Empire will never change.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
That's true. But he still seems shady. I don't think that the Empire can change under Varys. Like, he doesn't seem that nice. Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least few who lived to tell the tale. That is true. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Okay, guess we go back. Righty, we're back. Let's see. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Let's go. You expect my lady, shall I show you in? Yes, please. Welcome back, my friend. Yukari tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yanxia. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yukari a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all unfolded. Of course. The Red Kojin, here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yanxia, we will need to increase patrol. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? Oh... May very well be an honorable man. I still don't think he can be trusted. Yeah, I don't think he can be trusted. Then the question of what his true intention may be remains, regardless of his aim. I'm resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough. Considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leads to somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanna was summoned for refusing the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure. In the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Seki. Those said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Banshin and his people. And with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susano. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Popularis garner favor, I mean to see it done. God, there was a lot of text, man. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course. Well, what manner of business? A past mistake, which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind. Can we get voice acting though, please? That was so much text. Holy. And does she eat anything besides... Wait, dango, was it?
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so?
I mean, she did a lot of stuff out of herself, no?
With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Yo, that would be actually adorable as hell. If they had like a little house, like Gosetsu and Yotsuyu, like they're just like little farmers or something. That's so adorable, man. Imagine just peaceful grandpa with his daughter-ish adopted and the old daughter. Ah, rise of a new sun. With Yotsuyu's safety and Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Yes. I want to finish this quest because I think that's the last quest of the 4.2. Like patch 4.2, whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of one chapter closed, you know.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yanxia. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Kosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. So do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? Nope. I am a stranger to her, that much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yanxia. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I'm informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Damn, I really blend in with the carpet. Kusetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Gonna shoot his ship with cannons. Alrighty, here we are. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castle Fluminense. Let us be off. Let's go. Never mind. There's a cutscene. Guess I don't have to travel for once. That is such a tiny airship.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yanxia.
Oh.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Oh, you turn crazy real fast. Oh, why did he keep up with us for like 2 seconds?
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Don't mess with Xenos.
Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Try. Didn't they see that there was like one little whoosh and they were all gone? I mean, that is Xenos, right?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising.
It is Xenos.
Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Doma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Let's test him.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Doma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Isn't that kind of a dead giveaway that maybe, you know, we shouldn't trust him?
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense of her so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, it is possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm and around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Garlemald prisoners made ready for the exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. Alright, let's go to Kugane. Alrighty, we're here. Let's talk to Hancock. My, it seems you're all in quite a predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers. But I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. It's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soromon's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Laura should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Laura. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value or knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Ryle and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say that what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Nice. Ooh. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord, will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Oh, is the memory coming back?
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
He's actually... What the hell? He knows, no? Oh. Guess that's not over yet. Holy moly. Okay. Well, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. Yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye-bye.